Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. My name's GBay99. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Today we have a fun little video where we're going to be looking at the top 8 split pushers in League of Legends. Now this video is a little uncharacteristic of us. Normally I don't really do top 10 style videos or anything like that, certainly not for League of Legends, but I was in the mood to do something kind of goofy and fun today. Currently, the League of Legends meta is one that not a lot of people like, that's just entirely based around who has the better bot lane, and it leaves a lot of the other roles out there feeling kind of useless and kind of bored in a lot of games. And as a top laner, one of my favorite things to do when I feel useless and bored is AFK split push. So here's a short list of some of the best and most fun champions to AFK split push with. Before we get into the list, I do want to say this video is being edited by ProGuides.com. ProGuides is a great resource for any of you looking for tips, tricks, and how to improve to get better at League of Legends. They're a longtime sponsor of our channel, and if you'd like to check them out, I'll leave a free 7-day trial link in the description down below. With that being said though, let's get into the video. Number 8, Teemo. Teemo is a troll pick that everybody always forgets about, but he's actually one of the best split pushers in the game. His lack of viability in high level and competitive play comes from his poor team fighting and simply getting outclassed by other top lane options out there, but when you're going up against him in a 1 versus 1 top lane, he's almost impossible to deal with. His ranged harass is obviously what everybody always thinks is so annoying about him, but even if you get a solid engage, his blind almost always gives him a big enough advantage so he can win every trade in a fight, similarly to how Jax's Counter-Strike does so for him. He puts out a ton of damage 1 versus 1, so not many other champions can ever fight or hope to 100-0 him if they're on even footing or behind. But more importantly, Teemo can split push very deep down a lane. His mushrooms can give him all sorts of vision, and his W serves as a great escape to run long distances. So if someone's coming to gank him, couple that with a few mushroom slows, and he's home free. Everyone always forgets about him since he's such a troll pick normally that you hate seeing on your team in ranked, but he's got to be one of the top 10 split pushers in League of Legends. Number 7, Singed. Singed is only so low on this list because of how odd of a split pusher he really is. Normally when you're a split pusher, you need to be able to take towers down quickly and solo kill your opponent fast, which Singed can't really do either effectively. His auto attacks can eventually chunk down a tower, and his damage over time from his poison can eventually kill an enemy top laner, but the thing that really makes him special is he has one of the weirdest strategies that no other top lane in the game has: proxy farming. Because of the way that his poison works, Singed can run ahead of his own wave, clear the enemy wave before it reaches his minions, sometimes running past towers to do this, and push his lane incredibly fast with very little risk to himself. Opponents normally can't punish him for doing this since they have to chase him through his poison obviously and potentially get themselves killed, but more importantly, they're missing CS if they're choosing to chase Singed down and hope to kill him. This alone doesn't really sound like it would be a strategy that makes Singed a super good split pusher, but it really does. It gives him priority to go and do other things, be it steal jungle creeps, harass other lanes, harass the jungler, or go back and harass his own laner, and he ends up having one of the highest win rates top lane at the time of recording this video, partially because this strategy is so effective right now. Number 6, Nasus. When it comes to 1v1ing players and towers, there aren't many champions that can do it better than Nasus. Nasus is a bit of a tough split pusher to use effectively compared to others due to his juggernaut status, since while someone like Singed can literally run past towers and farm without having to worry about getting himself killed, Nasus is very easy to collapse upon due to his lack of mobility. But if you can keep a 1v1 going, or if you have enough wards to make sure you're not getting ganked, he's maybe one of the toughest 1v1 champions in all of League of Legends. His Wither guarantees that you not only can't 1 versus 1 him if you're a fighter, but you also can't escape no matter what. His wave clear with his E is insanely good. He can kill waves as fast if not faster than Singed, and his Q is perfect for not only damaging opponents but also killing towers in the blink of an eye. He's a risky pick in a lot of situations because of how vulnerable he is at points in the game, but if your opponents don't deal with you then, they'll never be able to deal with you as you AFK split your heart out late game. Number 5, Fiora. Fiora, I'm not sure I need much of an explanation here. When it comes to a lot of the champions I'm mentioning, like Singed and Nasus, and I say that these are champions that can't be 1v1 by any other fighter top lane, there always needs to be a big asterisk next to that statement with a note saying, except Fiora. When it comes to 1v1 dueling, there might not be a better top laner out there than Fiora, where no matter what sort of counter or attack speed slow you have, Fiora can always play around it. She does require a time mat to get decent wave clear, and she can fall behind if she's played poorly, but in the hands of a good Fiora main, she's really something to be reckoned with. Whether it's a tank or a fighter, she has ways to deal with both of them. Her W slowing attack speed is huge for her dueling other fighters, where even if she doesn't land the stun, her W is still incredibly effective. And of course, not to mention all that percent max health true damage is insane for dealing with tanks. Don't get me wrong, she can be really bad if you're really bad. That's one of the reasons I don't play her, but if you're good, you can do incredible things AFK split pushing with this champion. Number 4, Camille. This is a split pusher that everybody forgets about for some reason, but Camille is still a top 5 split push champion in pretty much all of League of Legends. Ever since her slew of nerfs to deal with how broken she was on release, a lot of people stopped playing her, but she's still incredibly good. She has great 1v1 potential if she's on even footing or ahead, and she scales incredibly well as a split pusher. She's like Fiora in that she needs a time mat for wave clear, but the fact that you can proc your Q on towers means you can take an enemy structure down faster than anybody. A Triforce time at Camille might actually be the fastest champion in game being able to take towers down with. And when it comes to defending that split push, it's almost impossible. Her ease range in particular lets you zone opponents super effectively and gives her this huge radius where if anybody comes inside it, she can engage immediately and be ready to fight 1 versus 1. Her play rate is like 2% right now, so it's not like nobody plays her, but most people have forgotten just how good Camille is, even after all of those nerfs. Number 3, Gnar. So remember how I made a video forever ago calling Frozen Mallet a cancerous item, especially for top laners, since if you're ever behind someone who's built it, you basically can't ever go where they are on the map. If they're ever in a lane that is a particularly long lane, like if they're in top lane or if they're split pushing bot lane in the late game, you can basically get killed from a single auto attack since they can chase you down the entire map. And yeah, that's pretty much Gnar right now. Gnar might only hover around a 50% win rate, but he is really strong in this meta, and if you know how to use him well, you can seriously be one of the most annoying split pushers to deal with. He's basically Teemo 2.0 with his constant slows, constant damage, a solid escape that makes it very difficult for most champions to collapse on him and kill him, and he can kill you if he just gets that one auto attack off. Again, not really having much risk to himself. He's built to be more of a team fighter than most of these champions in the late game with his ultimate and the presence that it can provide in a fight, but you can still AFK split your heart out with teleport and be seriously one of the most annoying and difficult threats to deal with. Number 2, Tryndamere. Alright, now we're getting into the classically good split pushers. Tryndamere is one of the kings of AFK splitting. He's an infinite scaler who deals crazy damage. He has great wave clear and one of the best 1v1s in the game when he has his items. And of course, that very annoying escape where he always spins away right when you're coming to stop him from splitting. I'm not too sure what else to say here. A lot of players, especially in lower ratings, think that the most annoying thing about Tryndamere is his ultimate and getting to run around for a handful of seconds dealing damage while never dying, and as annoying as that is, the real annoyance of Tryndamere is when he split pushes properly. Seeing him take down your towers for free, completely uncontested, and right when you show up to kill him, he spins to win away. I mean, he can kill your top laner and his tower so easily while being so difficult to take down himself. He's always been one of the best split pushers in the game since day one, really. But finally, the number 1 split pusher in all of League of Legends, in my opinion, has to be Jax. When it comes to 1v1ing, dueling every other top laner, split pushing deep while still being able to escape with Leap Strike, taking down towers very, very quickly, and also being a viable pick in solo queue nearly every meta on top of that, it's hard to argue that anybody beats the king of fighters over here. Whether it's other fighters, tanks, or juggernauts, not many champions have a shot at 1v1ing Jax if they're on even footing and the Jax player is good. I don't need to tell you how easy it is for him to take towers, clear out minion waves, and solo kill his opponent as he's AFK splitting his way into your base. It's not always the best carry for a team in solo queue, and you can certainly mess him up. He takes a lot of skill to use at his most effective, but God, it is very fun to play Jax sometimes, and he is hands down the best split push champion in the game. Anyway, that's my list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Plenty of League YouTubers do top 10 videos like this, but I kind of wanted to have some fun today, so I apologize if this was a little bit clickbaity or low effort content. I wanted to have some fun, and it's kind of hard to have fun in League with the way the meta is right now, but that's neither here nor there. I'll see you all tomorrow in our next video, but until then, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.